Believe it or not, there was a day when EA wasn't this evil fucking entity corporation that fucked everyone over. Those days are long gone, but let's talk about those days when they existed, and let's get into two of my favorite console exclusives from EA that aren't going to be playable as of December 8th, 2023. Let's get into it. First things first, couple of ground rules before we get into this. One, we're going to be talking about Battlefield Bad Company on 360, PS3, that era. Two, don't bitch about the color palette and don't bitch about the size of the gun. You weren't there if you're bitching about it, because back in the day when this shit came out, we didn't complain about, oh, it's got a gray-brown color palette. The gun's in the way, the field of view. That shit wasn't common in video games. What we were experiencing back in 2008 when this game came out was legendary. Same thing with Battlefield 1943. Yes, video games have grown since then. If you're going to complain about that, like, you weren't there. That is common. It is definitely that generation, but we didn't know any better. So, like I said, December 8th, Battlefield Bad Company and 1943 are gone. They're stricken from the books. There's no more multiplayer online. Battlefield Bad Company 2, Project Rome, if you're playing on PC, you've been saved. But as far as the console exclusives, we're fucked. There's nothing we can do about it. So, let's get into it. Battlefield Bad Company released June 23rd, 2008, and I remembered this game vividly. I had just got a 360. I didn't even have an HD TV. I went down to Blockbuster, you know, that place where you used to rent video games, take your girlfriend on a Friday night, and I rented it. I popped it in my 360. I started playing it. I never returned it, and I've been playing this game consistently. Devastated to see it go. The Frostbite 1 engine, which it's built on, was revolutionary at the time. It has a little bit of that film grain, but the level of destruction, the level of pure chaos, and the simple gameplay mechanics of class-based, first-person shooter, all-out warfare fucking worked. This was a time before EA was this evil corporation. They used to have exclusives for their loyal fans. If you played Battlefield 2, you got a veteran status that previous Battlefield, and they kept stacking that. They had a beautiful system called Battle Log, which is still around today. It's good for Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, Battlefield 1, but back in the day, that's where your rewards came from. That's where you were able to be proud to be a Battlefield player. And that's when you didn't mind supporting EA before the microtransactions, before the fucking canceled games, before the trash 2042, and just not listening to your player base. This game was fun as shit. The guns were satisfying. The maps were epic. And a lot of them transfer over. So many Battlefield Bad Company 1 maps transfer over to Bad Company 2, which are now in the portal. But these days are coming to an end. The service is getting shut down. We're not going to be able to play this. I'm hoping something like Excellent Kai or some other workaround is developed, but I don't hold my breath for that shit, especially when it comes to console exclusives, because they're so much harder to work on. There's so much more work that goes into it. I know Xbox Live is back with Insignia, but I will say this, Microsoft is much cooler than EA. As far as I'm convinced, EA, what happened to you, man? You were like the cool kid on the block. Now you're that crackhead at the corner that nobody wants to deal with, and everyone's sick of your shit. Up next, we have another example of EA not being the evil corporation when they're like, fuck, Battlefield Bad Company 1's doing pretty well. Let's put it as an indie game. Let's put it out on Xbox Live and the PlayStation Network, and let's put it out for $15 and make it super balanced, super fun, and have all the things included in this game that made Battlefield Bad Company 1 great, and let's give it a World War II skin. Kind of like what you should have done with Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 5 EA, but you shit the bed there again. End of the day, I absolutely played the fuck out of 1943. Like I said, the weapons are balanced, the teams are balanced, the maps are balanced. Everything is just fair. This is the definition of one of the most balanced games I've ever played, while still holding that only in battlefield moments mentality. The vehicle combat, the air combat, the boats landing on the shore, like, this was a good time. This is one I'm gonna deeply miss, and there is no chance anyone's going to tell me otherwise. I have rose-tinted glasses on for this game. I fully enjoyed the physics. I enjoyed that your infantryman is able to take out a tank with some rifle grenades and grenades. It just played so well. Let me know if you enjoyed these games. Let me know if you're going to miss them. And let me know if you're logging in and getting tons of hours before they're gone. Because I've definitely noticed an increase in both games. It's good to see people playing online. These games are going to be gone forever, and when that day comes, it's going to be truly sad. Thanks for checking it out. If you made it to the end, give me a thumbs up, give me a like, comment, all that good shit. Help support me so I can keep... I'm recording a shit ton of Bad Company content, so I can pump out some videos later on when this shit's gone also. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Peace.